defining sampling distribution of the sample mean for normal population. Distribution of the sample mean for normal population. Population variance is known sa situation nga population variance is known, the population has a mean denoted by mu and variance denoted by sigma squared. The distribution of the sample mean is at least approximately normal, and the standard error of the mean denoted by sigma sub x bar is equivalent to sigma over square root of n, where your sigma is the population standard deviation and n is the sample size. So to determine the probability of a certain event, we can use Z distribution. Diba na, humanaman nato ito, magamit ang Z distribution. That is kung given siya nga normal ang population. Pero kung wala na ka-indicate, we can approximate ang Z using this formula. Diba ang Z nato is equivalent to x bar minus mu over sigma lang. That is kung normal. Pero kung dili normal, i-approximate nato using this one. Ang sigma, i-divide na nato og square root of n. So this distribution is best applied for large sample sizes. Say n is greater than or equal to 30. As n is greater than or equal to 30, magamit ni siya. Tapos wala nakasulti dito nga, assume that the distribution is normal distribution. Kung wala naka-indicate, kani atong gamiton. Pero kung naka-indicate nga normal distribution siya, wala na ning over square root of n. So, may pasabutan na. But, another situation is, the population variance is unknown. So, kung population variance is unknown, atong standard error becomes S na siya. Meaning, sa sample po ni. So, sample standard deviation over square root of n. Moro ito yung nagdiferensya. Kung known ang variance, population variance, population standard deviation na itong gamiton. Pero kung unknown, ang sample standard deviation na itong gamiton. Then, to estimate population parameters sa ing-ani nga situation, kung unknown si variance, we can use the T distribution this time. Z distribution kung known si population variance. Kung unknown, T distribution. Tapos ang formula is similar sa Z distribution, pero ang gamiton lang nato is sample standard deviation. S over square root of n. Tapos, remember that n, the sample size is very large. The standard deviation is almost indistinguishable from the population. Ang T distribution is applicable for small sample size. Say your sample size is less than 30, T distribution gamiton. Pero kung greater than 30, Z distribution. Z distribution po ang gamiton kung nakasulti dito nga assume that the data is normal distribution. Nga to ang pasabutan na. So examples. So we have here, ang atong lang i-identify is kung known siya or unknown. Kana lang atong i-answer. So, sa given situation, we have here, because of inclusive education, learners with disabilities are also part of the normal students. Consider the population of the PW learners consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sample size of 2 are drawn from the population. So, sa kana ba, nga given, known ba ang ato ang population variance or unknown? Ang given lang is, natay data nga population, from the word population. So, since, though wala napakita, wala gihatag directly, ang population variance, ang gihatag lang data from the population, we can say that known gihapon siya. Nga naman, we can solve man the population variance ani. Masolve raman nato na si population variance. Naman tay formula ana kung given kang population. So known gihapon siya. Masipag dili directly known pero ma-solve nimo. So pag in ani nga situation, known man, so kato ato ang standard error nato nga S, sigma is equivalent to kung sa may gamito nato nga sigma. Asa man ato? Kani or kana? Okay. So ang standard error nga gamiton is katong sigma over square root of n. Again, kay known man. Number 2, given tag mu nga 15, S mu is mean, sample population mean, kani sample standard deviation and sample size. Ang question, known ba or ma-solve ba nato si population variance na ang given lang man is population sample. Population sample? Population mean o sample standard deviation. Okay lang unta tong may data, wala may data. So kani unknown ni siya. Dili nimo ma-solve ang sigma squared ani. Kay wala man kay data. Population data kumbaga. So ang standard error ani is ang S x bar, which is equivalent to S over square root of n. So again, ang S is the sample standard deviation. So for number 3, IQ scores are normally distributed with standard deviation of 15. You wish to determine the mean IQ of all students in the Matyaga National High School by taking the random samples of 16. So klaro na natay standard deviation. So ma-solve nato si population variance. Kaning mu nato dire is ang population standard deviation man na. So ma-solve ra nato si sigma squared. Ano man, sa pag-solve, ang sigma nimo is squared lang pod nimo. So meaning this is known. Though again, dili siya directly given, pero ma-solve nimo ang sigma squared ani using kani. Unlike ani, wala sa number 2, wala kay dili mo ma-solve si sigma squared. Since known siya, so ang standard error nato is katong sigma x bar, which is sigma over square root of n. Next, the general weighted average of the grade 7 applicants for admission of QSHS over past 7 years. Given tag population mean, tapos given ko tag data. This year sample data of applicants, so naamantay raw data, basta naay raw data, considered known na si sigma squared because again, ma-solve ra nimo ang sigma squared using the given data. So, ato ang standard error ani is sigma sub x bar is sigma over square root of n. And lastly, a finite population composed of 6 items whose values na agyapoy value. So, kung naagyapoy value, given value, known gihapon ni siya. So, mao gyapon ato ang standard error. Square root of n. Basically, mao to ang pag-identify kung known or unknown ba ang population variance. Again, considered siya known kung kaya nimo i-solve given using the given data. Kung dili nimo ma-solve ang population variance, unknown siya. So that's all sa defining sampling distribution of the sample mean for normal population. Thank you and see you next session.